Okay, so long gear stick. Can't remember, obviously I've done like a groove on the gear stick and flat on the ball and put some weld on it. Obviously that's not finished, I'm just going to let it cool down and then test fit it, but that should make driving a lot better. So yeah, intrigued to see how this goes. So this gear stick's off an early Morris split screen one, and obviously being customised to fit a later Morris minor.
Shorty's garage. Shorty garage. Shorty's garage.
Good morning, everybody. Well, you know from the last two videos, I think there was one saying how the Morris is fighting me. Yeah, it's not got any better. So, red clutch issues. Now, the clutch bite was pretty high, and it basically struggling to get in gear, just struggling to engage the clutch. Anyway, so I just thought, right, clutch has gone brilliant, fan bloody tastic. Well, turns out, brand new clutch relay kit. I fitted it, and it had done the bush. The bush had completely gone. It damaged the bronze bush. Now I knew it had split the brand new rubber bush. Didn't realise it had gone all the way through, done the bronze bush, and now sitting at a funny angle. Never seen anything like it. Again, pattern parts, I guess, right? So we're fixing that. Also doing a custom gear stick. I'll give you a bit of a brief insight to what I've done. So I've got an early Morris minor gear stick, much longer, and I've customised it to the original ball on the bottom of the original gear stick, and I'm now gonna just shorten the top of it, just reduce the height a little bit, and it's, oh God, I'll tell you something, so much better than the original, having the stretch to get it in first gear. So I've been doing that today. I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, after we've done all that anyway, I sort of messed around with the relay bush. I took it for a little drive down the road. On the way back, boom, rear diff completely knackered. Stressed, okay, stressed. I've put fresh oil in it, everything, and it hasn't leaked anything. So we've got to change that as well. So I've basically gone out, because I had enough. We got a new rear diff, well, second hand, it was given to me, but it's a 4.55, so I know it's mainly ideal for lower refs. I know a few race guys use it. It's not going to be great for motorway driving now, is it? Revving its tits off, but it's what we got right now, so we're going to use it. We got new leaf springs for the rear, because they're flat as a pancake. The bushes are non-existent on the rear as well, so we bought new polythene bushes for the rear. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not motivated and stressing me the f up, but anywho, so yeah, we've got a complete new rear end going on. We're going to sort this bloody clutch relay kit out. The pilot bearing for in the engine is, well, for the clutch is knackered. It is screaming its tits off, so I know I'm going to do that, but that's going to be an engine out job, because I'm not taking the gearbox out, laying on the floor. So that's going to be a job for later on in the year, after I do my friend's Morris, which I've got coming in a few weeks, and then we can worry about that. But right now we need it driving, so we need to sort all this out. So bear with me today, because I've got work this afternoon, and I'm just going to crack on, and then I've got the next 2 days off as well. So it'll probably be more of a time-lapse thing, and then we'll catch up at the end. But yeah, let's go for it. First, let me show you the gear stick, if I can turn this around. So that's the gear stick. Yeah, it's really tall. I'll tell you, it drives nice though. It feels so much better. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it on that mark there, and on that mark there. Then I'm going to chamfer the edge there and there, and then I'm going to weld up those two together. So the gear knob's going to be down here, still a lot taller than the other one, but still drives so much nicer, and means I'm not stretching to get it in first gear. So yeah, and then that was the original join down there. Again, I chamfered the edge, welded that. So we're going to do that this morning, and then I've got a new gator going on there because that one's all split to buggery, and then at least I can just cross that off. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'm probably not going to record too much of this, but I'll come back to you once I've shortened it and cut that bit out. But yeah, wish me luck, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, so we've just done the clutch relay kit. That was a bit of a faff, but basically the original bush is so soft it just splits, and then when you look down, that was all at an angle. It was a bit more than that. I'll see if I can try and replicate it. Not as much, no, but none of it was sitting straight, and it was just forcing the bush out. I've never seen it happen like that, and how that moved so much when it gets clamped in, I don't know, but yeah, that's rubbish. I mean, thankfully the copper bush isn't too bad, but you can sort of see the groove there, but it was just the way it was sitting. It was completely pissed, but it's on. I'm gonna have a clean up. It would show you under there, but you're not going to see a load. But yeah, I replaced that rubber bush with a polythene bush, so it's a lot better than what it was. So we'll play it by ear, but yeah, tidy up, and then we'll fit our new return valve for the screen wash and see if we can get that working. A bit more progress, hopefully. Okay, so another little job. They're now working. It's the 4th non-return valve I've bought. This is working good. I've just got to tidy up in now, glue all that back up, show you the front. I think it's called like a foot non-return valve, something like that. See it just down there in the bottle. But that is all now working, and it holds about the same amount of water as the little standard one, so happy with that. So we have a new gear stick here from an early Morris. Okay, now compared that to the old one, and look at the length difference. Okay, let me try and get a better shot here. It's too bright here, so let me go back around here. Okay, look at the length difference. Now when I go into first gear, I have to stretch. So I'm going to do a bit of customization here. I'm going to cut it on top of that circle, and then I'm going to cut that just off the bend, and I'm going to weld it to this to create a longer gear knob. Now that should make driving a lot better. So watch your space. Gonna get cutting. See you in a minute. Okay, what do you think? Sitting here, arm resting on the gear stick. There's the join I welded it at. There. And look at this for gear change. First, second, third, fourth, reverse. Oh, I tell you something, that is so much easier, and no more stretching. Okay, so we've done a bit more. So let's open the door. So the gear stick is on, new gate is on, washers are now working, which is good. I do need to figure out where the power supply goes for the heater. It was working, and then I took the clocks out and it's pulled the wire off, and I don't know where it goes. I can't physically see anything, so need to figure that out. Being there's done, ignore the steering wheel. I need to dye it, but anyway. Clutch relay bush all done, chain and the clutch is a lot nicer, so it looks like we've solved that issue. The rear of the car is all now jacked up. It's a bit sketchy, but it's up. I've just wire brushed all of the bolts, same down there as well, and soaked some WD-40 ready for tomorrow, and then we can get all of this off. And then once that's off, we're going to paint all of the rear end of the car. I've got some chassis paint, brushable stuff. Wire brush it all, treat it, paint it, and then it's all good to go for the new stuff to go on. Then it's all hunky-dory. So apart from under the arch, because I need to do the repair under here, so it's not so pretty up there, and there's a hole up there. So yeah, needs that one in here, but if we can get all this done and that I'm painting underneath, that will be awesome. So that's where we're at now. I'm going to start, got work this afternoon. I'm going to leave it as it is, put some more stuff in front of the wheels at the front, and then crack on tomorrow. So I will see you